What, the library's empty? Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We're very excited about the questions that we put together. Nikki and I spent some time on that today. And let you know that we will be reconvening at Merle's tonight. Merle's is on Littleton Boulevard in Old Town Littleton. And of our chairs, will you be reconvening with us at Merle's tonight? Any of you? No, Brian won't. Ron will. So we will be at Merle's afterwards. Always a lot of fun. I am wondering who here, by a show of hands, is new to our block party tonight? All right, great. Thanks for coming. I appreciate that. My goal is for you all to walk away having learned something or go home with something to think about. So I do hope that that is the case again tonight. PPC is taping this. They taped Mondays. They put it up on People's Press Collective. Who's familiar with People's Press Collective? Excellent. People's Press Collective is a right-leaning blog. They do a lot of good work, and they would love to be able to keep their equipment current. So sometimes I ask for money for our block party. Thank goodness my husband and Nikki's husband, they fund us. But I would, if we could pass the hat, if somebody has a hat that we could pass for People's Press Collective. They do good work, and it does, their equipment does cost money to put this kind of stuff out. They are taping it tonight. Tom tells me that the answers will be available Sunday into Monday night. And there were a lot of people that aren't here tonight who said, oh my gosh, I hope somebody's taping it. Well, yes, somebody is. People's Press Collective, thank you so much. And, oh, good. Bonnie's got a pass the hat. Thank you. Al has a new newspaper called The Patriot Today. He's going to talk about it for a few seconds.
Hi, I'm Al Maurer, and I'm actually from El Paso County. We have a new paper. We've got some samples. Now, I know some people may have picked this up and been disappointed it's only 4 pages. It was meant to be an advertising sample. Okay. But I got a few, and I thought I'd bring them up here so that you could see. It will be distributed sort of in the Denver metro area, April 1st edition. And if you're interested in writing, or if you're interested in advertising in a newspaper which will print conservative-oriented, factual things, imagine that. Please give it a look. Thanks.
Factual things or mainstream media things, two different things. And Camille, where are you? Raise your hand. Nice and big. Camille has started a new company called DC Threads, and it is right-leaning T-shirt propaganda. So we really need to support Camille. She's got great ideas. In fact, why don't you model yours? There we go. DC Threads, right. Mark Barrington, where are you? Mark wanted to say thanks for all the help. So, and thanks for running, Mark.
Yeah, thanks for everything. I appreciate the Art Block Party and People's Press Collective. So, thank you again.
Thanks. And let's see, Rick Gillis is here. Rick?
Oh, there.
Rick, thanks for running.
Thank you.
It's a tough race, so we want to thank you. Regina? Regina also ran. Regina gave me great speech. We appreciate it very much. And I'm turning this over to Nikki because she takes care of our action items.
Okay, we're going to be brief tonight. There are a couple seats up front for people who need a seat. There's some up here in the very front row. Hi, Barbara. Action items, okay, I'm assuming everyone who is here tonight already knows the first one, the State Central Committee meeting is in March. There will be a dinner the night before that you can sign up on the GOP website. And I called the office, and they will be looking for volunteers to help work probably both events. So if you're interested in attending and helping out, keep your eye out on the state party website. They'll need help. Fundraiser for Colorado House. Pat is here tonight, and she's putting this together. The capacity is 500. This is a great opportunity to start raising funds now for our House candidates. Those of you who have been to our block party before know that our big focus last year was helping to take the State House back. Well, that will be an ongoing effort, and we will need all the help we can get. Thank you, Pat, for putting this together. It's only $50 to put flyers on your seats. It looks like a lot of fun, so let's raise a lot of money. We'll need it. I'm not going to go through all of them because we have a really full slate tonight. Just be sure you take your action items with you. I always try to put something a little bit different to cover all the bases. So whatever you want to get involved in, I try to cover it. If there aren't enough copies, if you want to email a copy to a friend, email me and I will send you the digital version. And that's it.
Do you have any more of those? I don't have any on my side.
There may be a couple.
We needed one. We're even typing the, Thank you.
All right. I'm going to try to fix this a little bit so it doesn't squeak. How's that? A little bit better? All right. Okay, so Nikki and I went to a lot of leadership across Colorado and asked them what they would like to hear from the state chair, and we crafted questions based on that. For those of you who know Bart Barron, we did ask Bart to attend and he declined. So we're sorry about that. We have 10 questions and we're almost down to the minute for when we have to leave this place. So Ron Michael is going to time the questions. Some you get 2 minutes and some you get 3 minutes. And then at the very end, you will get a chance to wrap up. So I want to let you know that. I think that's it. Are we ready? Okay. Okay, here's our first question. What is the primary role of the state party? Is that an evolving role? And how would you like to see it change? And Matt, we'll start with you first. Oh, I think I will introduce you. Matt Arnold. I just assume everybody knows these guys, but that's not always true, is it? People like to know this. Matt Arnold started Through the Bench Colorado, and we are glad that he did because it brought attention to a problem that we've long had, legislative activism. So, judicial. Well, we would like to see more legislative action. Yeah, we'd like to see more of that as well. Ryan Call is legal counsel for Denver. For legal counsel for the state party, and he was Denver's county chair. And he did a great job with that. Ted Harvey is our senator, so it's Senator Ted Harvey. And Leondray Gholston, who is our current vice chair of the state Republican Party. And really, I did overlook that, and we do all welcome you and thank you for coming. Everybody give them a round of applause. Every one of these guys are volunteers that work hard. Senator Ted Harvey probably gives more hours than we even want to think about. And we do so much appreciate you all, your work on behalf of the Republicans. We do appreciate that. And I'm going to restate the question. What is the primary role of the state party? Is that an evolving role, and how would you like to see it change? Each candidate gets 2 minutes for this question. Thanks. Matt?
Thank you, Lori. I'll actually be uncharacteristically brief. Primary role of the state party.
How about stand up? Stand up.
The primary role of the state party is to serve as a vehicle for transmitting the message, to promote causes and candidates, particularly candidates, to enact good policy. It is evolving, because back in the old days, the role of the state party was much more that of a machine, and it's much more hierarchical, and the state party chair could direct things to happen. That's not the case anymore. With campaign finance changes, with the evolving role of the grassroots, with more people getting directly involved, the role of the state party is much more that of a facilitator versus a forcer of action. And that is what I would like to see done more. The party should be more the supply depot, in military terms, the provider of resources, and the facilitator of communications to help out candidates and causes be successful, to set the conditions for victory. Thank you.
Thanks. It is very true that the role of the political party organizations has been evolving, particularly with all the new restrictions in campaign finance and other limitations. It's a challenge to be able to get folks to engage, and it's a challenge to be able to raise the resources necessary to win elections. First and foremost, I mean, that's the job of political party organizations, to be able to raise the resources to be able to help support our candidates and to be able to provide a consistent message in terms of what Republicans stand for. But we need to recognize that the party isn't the only vehicle, the only voice in that process. That's what's one of the strengths and one of the also challenges that we have with our conservative movement, is that we're a pretty broad coalition. And the challenge from the state party's perspective is painting a very clear direction and then inviting a whole host of others to join us in accomplishing that main goal. As I've said in other capacities, and one of the challenges that we often have as conservatives is that we're all a bunch of independent-minded folks with principle. That makes it sometimes hard to find unanimity amongst ourselves. But I think what we can do, and what the State Republican Party can do, is have a clear common goal and then build those coalitions to be able to accomplish that. And that is to achieve legislative majorities, to help win elections, and ensure that we do what we need to in connection with the upcoming presidential campaign.
First off, thank you, ladies, for putting this together, and thank you, everybody, for coming out. This is a great turnout. You know, my #1 goal for the state chair and the state party is to win elections, period, to beat Democrats, and to make sure that we take back the legislature, and to make sure that we turn Colorado red, and we give 9 votes to our Republican nominee for the President of the United States. Bar none. That's my one goal. We don't have any statewide elections in this upcoming election cycle. We don't have a governor race. We don't have a U.S. Senate race, Secretary of State, Treasurer. All we have is the state legislature and the President of the United States. My #1 goal is to raise money and beat the Democrats in 2012. And that's why I am running. That's why I got into this race. And that's why I hope you all will join us in this effort to unite our party, move forward, and beat the Democrats in 2012. Leondray, I'm going to get out of your way.
Representative Swam, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I guess everybody else can as well. What is the role of the state party? I liken it to a skeleton. It's there to give structure and support to Republicans in Colorado. If a hand wants to raise up and become a senator or do something of that nature, it is the state party that connects that hand to the rest of the body and allows it to happen. Does the role evolve? Yes, but I hope it doesn't evolve past this, because what you get into when you have the leadership picking and choosing candidates and things of that nature, you get a mess. So I like the idea that the Republican Party, state party, being a skeleton, and I would like to be the skull for that skeleton in the next